It is Monday, May 13th, and the Dong Report is back in your life. I'm Matt Modi, and I have 3 MLB home run predictions for tonight's MLB betting slate. After a horrible start to April, horrible start to the Dong Report, we are showing signs of life. We're showing signs that this is going to turn around for us. Just had to endure that terrible start. And that continued yesterday. I did not have a Dong Report video, but I did post plays to my Dub Club, and I posted plays to Twitter as well. And we were able to get a Dong to mash. Thank you to Kyle Tucker, who hit a home run at plus 600 odds, which was crazy. The other two did not come through for us, but 1 and 2 up 2 units is a great day. If you ask me on the Dong Report, it's a great day. If you ask most reasonable people as well. So let's hope we can continue that today. On the entire season, we still have a little bit of a ways to go to get ourselves in the green after the terrible start. But as I mentioned, there are signs that we are coming out of that. So if you just isolate the data to April 21st and on, everything was horrible up until 420. After that, maybe I had a clear mind, whatever it may be. Up 7.7 units specifically since that date. Again, we're not in the green on the entire year yet, but since April 21st we are. So we're hoping that we can kind of turn this thing around and get things going, get ourselves in the green on the entire season, which would be amazing. Hoping to do that in the next maybe 10 days or so. But if you're new to my channel, I would appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. And then for this video, like and comment. Let me know if you have home run predictions that you like. Let me know if you're tailing, all that good stuff. I love reading through the comments. And then the last thing I'll mention before I get into the Dong picks for today is that I do have a Dub Club where I send plays out. It's only $5 a month. Gets sent directly to your phone via text, email, telegram, however you want it. The way it works is the plays you see me give out for free on YouTube and on Twitter, those are admittedly the same plays that you do get on my Dub Club. The logic is sometimes the odds change. So the Dub Club is a way to get everything just sent to you immediately. As soon as I decide what a play is, the very first thing I do is send it out to Dub Club. So you're able to get plays in before the odds change because by the time I record a video and edit and post, the odds are different. And unfortunately, there's nothing I could do about that in terms of YouTube. So my Dub Club is a way to combat that. So if you want to spend the $5 a month to get everything early, you can. If you'd rather just wait, get everything for free on YouTube and Twitter, totally fine with me. I just wanted to give people the option. And that's enough of that. Let's get into today's Dong picks. First up, Pirates versus Brewers. I'm taking O'Neal Cruz to hit a home run at plus 420 odds at FanDuel. I'm guessing not many people know who this guy is, but O'Neal Cruz has quietly been raking recently, and he hits literally every single advanced metric that I look for when it comes to home runs. He's got 4 home runs over the last 2 weeks. He's actually got 2 in his last 2 games. Let's hope he can make it 3 for 3 today. He's got an ISO rate in this span, again, in the last 2 weeks, 38.5%, a barrel rate of 20%. All of those, both of those numbers well within the excellent category. ISO rate stands for isolated power, measures how much power a batter has. Barrel rate literally measures contact, essentially how often you hit the barrel of the bat when you make contact. My logic being contact plus power equals dongs. That's why I look at those two as frequently and as closely as I do. Again, both of those are in the excellent category. His ISO rate, that's good for 8th best in the MLB over the last 2 weeks, and that barrel rate is good for 11th best. Then he has an average exit velocity of 97.5 miles per hour. That is incredibly good. For context, the MLB considers anything 95 miles per hour and above in terms of exit velocity. That is considered a hard hit. So basically, every time he makes contact, not only is it considered a hard hit, but it's pretty decently above that. And that number, 97.5 miles per hour, that's good for 2nd best in the MLB over the last 2 weeks. The only player above him is Aaron Judge. One stat that I've been looking at a lot in a lot more detail recently is average exit velocity. That also coincides with the fact that we've had better success recently. So I'm guessing there is some sort of correlation there. And then in terms of everything else, all his other numbers are more so respectable than they are incredible, right? ISO, barrel rate, and average exit velocity, those are all incredible. Everything else, all the other advanced stats, good enough for us. Hard hit percentage of 53.3%, that's fine. Fly ball ratio of 40%, pull rate of 46.7%. All those numbers are more close to fine than they are amazing, but they're not terrible. Definitely not something to scare you off of him tonight. And he really should be able to just annihilate the Brewers pitcher, Colin Ray. Cruz is a left-handed hitter. Colin Ray struggles immensely against left-handed batters. Ray's given up 5 home runs on the year. Legitimately, all 5 have come against left-handed hitters. His home run per 9 against lefties, 2.11. That's incredibly bad. That literally would be the worst in the entire MLB if you just extrapolated that out to all qualified pitchers. His home run per 9 of 2.11 against lefties. Even further than that, he's allowing a barrel rate of 10.9%. That's a terrible number. That's good for 5th worst in the MLB of all qualified pitchers. Incredibly confident that Cruz is going to mash one for us. Hopefully he does, coming through for us. Next up, Athletics versus Astros game. I'm taking Brent Rooker to hit a home run. Also plus 420 odds at FanDuel. Also probably another player that not a lot of people know a ton about, but another player who has been hitting really well recently. Rooker has 5 home runs over the past 2 weeks. He's got an ISO rate of 40.9%. That's a really, really good number. That's good for 5th best in the MLB over the last 2 weeks. He also has a barrel rate of 14.3%. That's not quite in the excellent category. That's in the great category. But Fangraphs considers anything 15% and above to be excellent. Anything between 10 and 15 is great. So he's really on the cusp of the excellent, but not quite there. But still good enough, obviously, not to scare me off of that. And then he's also got a pretty good average exit velocity of 94.7 miles per hour as well. Now, he's not quite averaging a hard hit like O'Neal Cruz or the next guy we're going to talk about, but that's pretty close, and that's still a good number that is 16th best in the MLB over the last 2 weeks. Now, for this specific matchup, and more so talking about the ballpark here, I love the fact that he has a pull rate of 41.4%. This game is being played in the Astros Stadium. Astros Stadium has a pretty short left field, so if a right-handed hitter is able to pull one, it's going to go out more than average at Astros Stadium. So I do like the fact that he has a pull rate above 50%. That's a really, really good number. And he also should be able to mash Astros pitcher Spencer Arrighetti as well. Arrighetti is not a good pitcher by any means. We were actually on a player to hit a home run against him last week. That player did hit a home run. So let's hope that we can get 2. We can go back to back picking home run predictions against Arrighetti. Brent Rooker's a right-handed hitter. Arrighetti, his home run per 9 against right-handed hitters is 3.52. That is horrendous. For context, if you remember, Colin Ray's home run per 9 against lefties was 2.11. That would have been worse in the MLB. 2.11 would have been worse in the MLB. Arrighetti's is at 3.52. That is remarkably, incredibly bad. He also allows a higher hard hit percentage. That's a tongue twister. Higher hard hit percentage against right-handed batters as well. Rooker has hit 10 home runs on the year. 7 of them have come against right-handed pitchers. He's got an ISO rate of 34.2% against righties. Very confident that he also is going to mash one for us. As our second play, third up, final pick of the video, Marlins versus Tigers game. Riley Green to hit a home run at plus 560 odds at FanDuel. Riley Green has been a staple in the Dong Report recently. He has come through for us before, but the last couple times he hasn't. So I'm hoping that he can kind of right the wrongs and get one to go yard for us. When we did cash Riley Green, he was all the way up at plus 675 odds. So the books have caught on a little bit, not giving us 675 anymore. But I still think the plus 560 that we're getting, that's still him being undervalued. And I think that's a really good play at that number. The book on Riley Green is you want to target him when he's going up against right-handed pitchers. That is exactly the case tonight. He's going up against Sixto Sanchez of the Marlins. Now we're going to get into Sixto Sanchez, who's not a good pitcher. We're going to get into Riley Green's numbers specifically against righties. But even if you just look at his metrics in general over the last 2 weeks, very, very good. But just remember, even better against righties. But overall, he's got an ISO rate of 30.6% over the last 2 weeks, a barrel rate of 18.2%. Both of those are in the excellent category. He's got a hard hit percentage of 95.4 miles per hour. That's above the 95 miles per hour number. That means every time he makes contact, he averages a hard hit. Over the last 2 weeks, he's got 4 home runs. And now we're getting into the handedness of the pitcher. All 4 of those home runs have come against right-handed pitching, proving my point that you want to target Riley Green against right-handed pitchers. Over the last 2 weeks, his fly ball ratio is at 40%. His pull rate is at 44%. Those numbers aren't incredible. Normally, you want them 45, 50% and above. But anything that's 40 and above is acceptable, in my opinion. And the pitching matchup, poor Sixto Sanchez. He used to be on the Phillies. He was their number 1 prospect. They traded him in a trade that got them JT Realmuto, and then he's just been plagued by injuries. A once promising pitcher has been god-awful this year. Confident that Riley Green is going to be able to smack one deep against him. Rounding out our third and final pick, and that's all we got. 3 dong picks for you guys to lock in. If we just get one of these to mash, we will be profitable for the day. If we get all 3 to mash, we will be rich. So let's hope for that. But remember to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember to check out the Dub Club if you are interested. But that's all we got. So I appreciate everybody for watching, and have a good one.